Are there just a few people going through a tough time right now? No. Almost everybody's going through a tough time right now. Amate here, and I want to talk to you a little bit about tough times. Life can be cyclical. Tough times come, tough times go. The Great Recession of 2009 was a very hard time. But it came and it went. Now we're in the midst of a global pandemic. This is a tough time like most of us have never seen. My condolences go out to those of you who have lost family members and friends to the coronavirus. This time period has exposed gross inequalities in the healthcare system, the justice system, and the educational system. The economic repercussions of this pandemic are such that millions of people have lost work. This is a tough time like most of us have never seen. We are forced to do more with less, and that's a struggle. But it was Frederick Douglass who said, without struggle, there is no progress. This time period is forcing us to be more resourceful. Yet and still, how do we deal with the hardship on a day-to-day basis that this time period brings? Jen Sincero said in her book, You Are a Badass, that the only way out of hell is through the fire. Those of us who are people of faith, we believe in praying our way through it. But sometimes you have to plow your way through it. And sometimes you have to punch your way through it. Hopefully not literally, but figuratively. Here's what I mean. Times like these conjure up all types of emotions. Those emotions can lead to thoughts of negativity and self-doubt, which leads to further negative emotions, which leads to further thoughts of negativity and self-doubt. And it is a vicious cycle. So we gotta get those thoughts out of our head. We gotta punch on through those thoughts. Those thoughts of negativity and self-doubt are poison. And so we gotta get those out of our head, because we can become our own worst enemy and make it a self-fulfilling prophecy by allowing those thoughts to become a reality. So we gotta punch on through those thoughts. Anytime a thought like that enters my mind, I punch on through it. I get it out of my head. I replace it with a positive thought. Me being a personal trainer, I recommend shadow boxing. And so you can imagine that you're punching away thoughts of negativity, thoughts of self-doubt. If you have access to a punching bag, you can get out your frustrations by punching away thoughts of negativity and thoughts of self-doubt. The best example I can give of punching your way through is a sports analogy. And I like sports analogies because sports, the lessons that we learn in sports, we can apply to everyday life. And the most classic example of punching your way through something is that classic middleweight bout between Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Tommy the Hitman Hearns. This fight was the epitome of punching your way through something. Most times in a fight, boxers take the first 30 to 60 seconds to size each other up a little bit. But that's not what happened here. These two brothers went after each other cold beast mode. Hagler was more the aggressor. He started bearing down on Hearns with punches. And Tommy Hearns, of course, had that big right hand. So Tommy Hearns was like, oh, you want some of this? You want some of this? Bow! He busted Hagler upside the head so hard, blood just started streaming down from behind Hagler's ear. Hagler was stunned. Hagler was probably thinking, this fight can't go the distance, so I'm gonna bleed out. I gotta finish him off as soon as possible. So he started bearing down on Hearns with more punches. And Tommy Hearns, he bared down right back at Hagler. Both fighters would not let up. So both fighters had no choice but to just punch on through, punch on through, punch on through, punch on through. Hagler won the fight in 4 rounds. Even though the fight only lasted 4 rounds, it was some of the best exhibition of pure punching you would ever want to see. The fight didn't last long, but there's a lesson in that. Tough times don't usually last long either. Sometimes you gotta punch your way through thoughts of negativity and self-doubt. Stay strong.